Hi guys, it's Miss Karen, the Young Adult Librarian at the Goshen Public Library, and I'm here with another unboxing video. Sorry, it's been a while since we've had one of these. I have a small box today. Our distributor has been kind of slow in getting our new books to us. I think with the holidays and with the pandemic, things are shipping a little bit slower this year, so it's taking me a while to get new books in. But I do have a few to share with you today, so let's see what we've got in this box. Okay, so the first book I have to show you is called Chasing Lucky. Looks like a romance, contemporary realistic fiction romance. Let's see what it's about. Budding photographer Josie St. Martin has spent half her life with her single mother, moving from city to city. When they return to her historical New England hometown years later to run the family bookstore, Josie knows it's not forever. Her dreams are on the opposite coast, and she has a plan to get there. What she doesn't plan for is a run-in with the town bad boy, Lucky Karras, outsider, rebel, and her former childhood best friend. Lucky makes it clear he wants nothing to do with the newly returned Josie. But everything changes after a disastrous pool party and a poorly executed act of revenge lands Josie in some big-time trouble, with Lucky unexpectedly taking the blame. Determined to understand why Lucky was so quick to cover for her, Josie discovers that both of them have changed, and that the good boy she once knew now has a dark sense of humor and a smile that makes her heart race. And maybe, just maybe, he's not quite the brooding bad boy that everyone thinks he is. As their rekindled friendship quickly grows into something stronger and much more complicated, Josie and Lucky soon become the talk of their small coastal town. But during a summer of secrets, nothing is guaranteed, as painful truths are unearthed and revelations are made public, including the real reason why Josie's mother ripped her away from her hometown and her best friend all those years ago. So this is Chasing Lucky by Jenn Bennett. We have several other Jenn Bennett books here, so if you like Chasing Lucky, if you read it and you like it and you want to check out some of her other books, we have Alex Approximately, there's also Starry Eyes and Series Moonlight, so they're on the back if you want to check those out as well. So this is Chasing Lucky by Jenn Bennett. Let's see what's next. Okay, next we have The Brightest Night by Jennifer Armentrout. Now this is the third book in a series. Let's see, so the first book in this series is The Darkest Star, and the second book is The Burning Shadow. And as you can see, for the third book, they changed the cover so it doesn't match the first two, which is really one of my pet peeves when they do that. But I promise these are all part of the same series. So this is The Brightest Night, the third one. So I will tell you what The Darkest Star is about, because that, I believe, is the first one. Let me just double check and make sure that I have my order correct. I don't want to tell you what the second book is about. Yes, The Darkest Star is the first one. So this one. Okay. 17-year-old Evie Dasher knows firsthand the devastating consequences of humanity's war with the stunning, otherworldly Luxon. Evie was just a kid when the aliens were defeated, but her life was forever changed when her father, Sergeant Jason Dasher, was killed during one of the deadly battles. When Evie is caught up in a raid at a notorious club known as one of the few places where humans and the surviving Luxon can mingle freely, she meets Luke, an unnaturally beautiful guy she initially assumes is a Luxon, but he is in fact something much more secret and much more dangerous. Her growing desire to know more about Luke will lead her deeper and deeper into a world she's only heard about, revealing secrets long buried, a betrayal that could tear her life apart, and an attraction that could be the very end of her. Okay, so this is The Darkest Star. The second book is The Burning Shadow, and the third one that we just got in is The Brightest Night. These are also part of Jennifer Armentrout has other Luxon books that come before this, so if you want to read more about the Luxon world, let me know, and I will let you know what their titles are. I don't have them handy right now, but I believe it's the Origin series, so you can look it up. All right, let's see what's next. Next we have It Only Happens at the Movies by Holly Bourne. Looks like another romance. Realistic fiction romance. Let's see. Not all love stories are cinematic. Audrey is over romance. While dealing with her parents' contentious divorce, a breakup of her own, and shifting friendship dynamics, she has every reason to feel cynical. But then she meets Harry, her fellow co-worker at a local cinema. He's brash, impulsive, and a major flirt. And even though Audrey tries to resist, she finds herself falling for his charms. But in this funny, insightful, and ultimately empowering novel, love and life isn't what it's like in the movies. Right? Okay, so this is probably a good fun romance for over winter break, maybe. Something a little lighter than what we've been dealing with. Let's see what's next. Next, we have Deadly Little Scandals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Okay, so Deadly Little Scandals is the second book in a series. The first book is called Little White Lies. I ordered Little White Lies, but it is, let's see, not in this box, and it has not come yet. So I believe it's in the system. You can request it, or if you want to wait until it comes, I will let you know in our next unboxing. It looks like this, Little White Lies, on the back. But I don't have it quite yet. So I can tell you that Little White Lies, which is the first one, is a comedy of manners and a blackmail thriller tied together in a perfect silk bow. A plot twist every 20 pages and characters as devious as they are Southern Belle glamorous. Barnes is at her page-turning best. Little White Lies is a focus on sisterhood and more than a few whiplash-inducing twists that propel this smart and scandalous tale. So Little White Lies and Deadly Little Scandals are about debutantes in Southern high society. And so it's kind of mystery, mystery, secret society stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, it's probably pretty fun. And Jennifer Barnes is really great. We have lots of her books. She wrote the Naturals series. She has one called The Inheritance Games, which is awesome if you haven't read that one. We have that one here. So she's one of my favorite authors. So as soon as we get Little White Lies, I will be reading it because I haven't read either one of these. But Deadly Little Scandals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Two more books in our box. This one is called What She Found in the Woods. It is by Josephine Angelini. This one looks like it could be spooky. It says on the front it's a thriller. So let's see. This is Magda's last chance. Recovering from a scandal at her elite New York City private school that threw her life into a tailspin, she is shipped off to live with her grandparents in the Pacific Northwest for the summer. Medicated and uninspired, Magda spends her days in a fog, wandering the forest behind the house. But then she stumbles upon Beau. He's wild and free, and he can see the real her. Magda starts believing she might be able to move on from her past and feel something again. But there's more to this sleepy town than she thought. And what Magda finds in the woods near Beau's forest home is the beginning of a whole new nightmare. Okay, so this is definitely a thriller. I wonder what's going on with Beau and the woods and all that. It sounds pretty exciting and a little bit scary. So, I don't know, check it out. What She Found in the Woods by Josephine Angelini. And the last book in today's box is All I Want for Christmas by Wendy Logia. And this looks like a quick, short Christmas romance read. So let's see. Under the mistletoe with who? Bailey Briggs is counting down the days to Christmas. She lives for holiday music, baking cookies, and going on snowy sleigh rides, and wearing her light-up reindeer ears to work at Winslow's bookstore. But all she really wants this year is the one thing she doesn't have, someone special to kiss under the mistletoe. And she's 100% certain that that someone isn't Jacob Marley.